Welcome back to this week's update. The Playground team launched 11 new features, and I'm gonna cover 4 of them today. Let's jump into it. The first update is relative dates across the entire CRM. This means that you can now filter or run automations based off of things like last 7 days, previous month, instead of hard-coded dates. So let me show you how it works really quick. In Playground now, if I look at my lead list, for example, if I'm editing a view and I want to filter by a specific date property, like the last activity date, you'll notice that there are now dates here, like the current week, current month, or previous 7 days, previous 30 days, that the system will now automatically filter by, instead of just doing it based off of specific hard-coded dates that are after or before a certain point of time. Now, you can also use relative dates for automations, specifically on triggers, where in addition to being triggered by a certain type of action, you can also make sure that leads meet a certain criteria, like an activity date, again, being in the last 30 days, for example. This should make your automations significantly more dynamic and update without you having to manually change things, keeping your system running smoothly. Speaking of automation triggers, we added a few new types to make your workflows even more automated. Let's take a quick look at what's new. In Playground now, you'll notice that there is now a trigger for running an automation on a recurring schedule. This means that the automation itself will automatically fire on a schedule every single time. Now, this schedule can repeat monthly, daily, weekly, on specific dates or days, times, and anything else that might make sense to govern the cadence of the automation itself. This is great for checking on a weekly basis who has, for example, activity in the last 7 days, and someone who doesn't have activity, move them to a ghosted stage, for example. Recurring schedules for automations is one of the most powerful features that we've released on the automations since the launch, and so we're really excited to see what you launch here. The next big automation trigger that we added is on application send and application received. So this is a way to ensure that the applications that you are sending out for families to fill out to enroll in your program automatically update fields and properties in Playground. So when you send an application, you can have the system automatically move that family ahead from a tour complete to a application sent stage. Or when you receive the application, it automatically moves them to application received stage, thus better connecting the CRM to your core management software. The next big release of the week is a brand new update to refunding parents. We got a lot of feedback that sometimes making refunds was a little bit confusing. It's unclear how much money would go back to the families, when it would show up, and what would happen to the balance. So we've redesigned the refund flow from the ground up to answer all these questions and make it so that you never have another confusing moment when refunding a parent. Let's take a quick look at how it works. So in Playground, if I want to refund this late fees payment for $350, I can hit the 3 dots, click refund, and I'm taken to our brand new refund payment flow. I can define exactly why I'm refunding this payment, mark if it's a full payment or a partial refund with specifying how much I want to refund. Let's just do a full payment here. I can also specify whether I want to refund the processing fee or if the processing fee won't be refunded. Jumping over here, I then can ensure that the family's balance is taken care of, where I can decide whether they still owe this amount, because maybe they paid the amount on a wrong payment method and they still need to make payment, or they don't owe this amount anymore, at which point a credit will be created to their balance so that it doesn't offset anything. In this case, we'll just refund the full amount and they still owe it. And just like that, the entire flow is taken care of and nothing is confusing because the family knows exactly what they owe, you know exactly how much they owe, and the entire process is nice and streamlined. Finally, we recently redid the roles and permissioning screen to make it easier than ever to manage your staff and teachers. One of the new features we added is the ability to invite staff to the platform straight from that screen instead of having to do it from a teacher's profile. I'll show you how it works. Under settings, if I jump over to roles and click into a specific role type, I can see all of the individuals who are set up as this specific role. And of course, I can click on the three dots here and hit send invite if I want to invite this teacher. You can also do this in bulk by selecting all the checkboxes or the folks that you want to invite, hitting send invite, and they get the email invitation. That's it for this week's update. We'll see you next time.